Today we're lifting our 80,000-pound boat out of the water for our insurance inspection. Yep, nothing stressful about that at all. The yard needed a cash down payment, just in case, because we didn't actually have insurance while we were doing this. Welcome to Canada, where getting insured feels harder than lifting the boat itself. While Tangaroa was on the hard, we figured we'd tackle a couple of easy jobs.
So I have dove into the transducer for the depth.
If you've been here a while, you already know how that goes. On this boat, even the simple stuff has a way of turning into a gong show that involves a sawzall. Let's get into it.
So we just came in that entrance over there, the one on the far right side of the rocks, and we are going into a narrow entrance over there. But first we have to get a hold of the hoist and see what's happening, because when we go in, again, it's very narrow, and we don't have a dinghy right now for using as a bow thruster. So it's definitely going to be an interesting morning, but it'd be nice to get hoisted up, get this bottom cleaned, and get a new transducer put in. So we're only up for one night. Lifting Tangaroa is always a bit of an adventure. She isn't built like most boats. We've got an extended stern and almost half of our fuel and water weight sits back there. That means before every haul out, we have to empty the water tank and move most of our fuel into the forward tanks. If we don't, she'll sit way too heavy in the back, and that makes the lift interesting. Our propellers are also set much farther forward than usual, so lift operator has to take a good look and figure out exactly where those straps can go. With a long overhang on the stern, they can't just lift her up like a normal trawler. It takes a bit of planning, a bit of teamwork, and a lot of trust that everything is lined up just right. Every time we watch Tangaroa rise out of the water, we're reminded that she's one unique old girl, and she definitely keeps us on our toes.
Yep, that bottom paint is less than a year old. Well less than a year old. That is unfortunate. So I have dove into the transducer for the depth, and this is under the boat. They've put a wood fairing spacer block underneath the transducer between the aluminum and the transducer. Underwater. Not fiberglass encased, just underwater. That is so ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. Look at the rotten wood. I'm afraid of what I'm going to find in here for aluminum. It's just so gross. So that's what's left of the wood. And you can see they were just using it as a spacer block. Not even entirely sure why. Now that guy's loose. Just gotta go take the nut loose on the inside, and then I can get that guy out of there. Might end up having to get Janice's help for that one. This is a pain in the ass.
You want to maybe start with this side?
Could. See, it should get easier because
hollow.
it is. But the hollow portion is on the front end, so it should get easier the farther we go.
So I'm wondering if you should just start over here now.
It's just all stainless steel, so it's a fucking pain in the ass. You see how I can straighten this blade out? Moving in and out pretty quickly.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? Whoa, it's hot in there.
Yeah. Almost like we've been applying a lot of friction to it.
Sorry, so you think that an angle grinder would work?
Well, if the angle grinder catches and that does that, it's going to frag a.
How about the jam saw?
No, that's wood cutting. Nope, it's either going to be the nut or we keep going with the sawzall.
Okay, you tell me what to do.
Okay.
Where am I going?
Um,
Oy, oy, oy.
oops, sorry. That's not going to work.
Huh?
Let's go back to my other method of doing this.
I missed it because I was looking at the truck. You did it. Yay!
Yeah, there we go. Now we're going to have to prep this surface.
24 hours and we're going back in. I have to say we've been pretty impressed with the prop speed that we put on. I wish we had put it on the shafts. Here. So the gentleman lifting said we're 84,000 pounds, which is good to know. Blaine's putting that in his phone. I'll be right there. So what's happening is Blaine has to talk to lift operator because he has to get in there and check the new transducer that we put in and make sure it's not leaking. And he has to burp the shaft seals. I have no clue what burping the shaft seals is, but that's what he's gonna do. So I'm laughing because I put one fast coat of bottom paint on the water line and it actually looks really good. Let me show you. Look at that. It is always nice to get the boat back in the water without any mishaps, especially since we were out for an insurance survey because we have no insurance right now. So Blaine's popping on board. He's going to sort that out, see if we're leaking and whether we have to come out of the water again. So I'm thinking he went in over the bow. I don't know. But again, he's just checking the transducer that we put in last night and burping the shaft seals. Don't ask me what burping the shaft seals is. I got no clue. Looks like everything might be okay though. Are you ready? Okay, be right there. And now it's time to back out of here, which is a bitch. How's it look?
Straight up.
You got loads of room here, come straight back. Okay, you're inching over to starboard a little bit on this corner. So you're going to be 20 feet starboard, 30 feet port. I'll just call it. I've got a roving fender just in case. Okay, you're passing her about 5 feet right now. 5 feet, corner, you're going past her right now. Yeah, still 5 feet from that corner, 4 feet from that corner, looking good. Okay, you can start to turn. I can't see the bow at all, but you got loads of room on the back here, looking good. 50 feet from the boathouse on the back here, 50 feet. Nothing like the phone call. 40 feet from the back, 30 feet from the back. You're gonna have to call it when you can swing. You've got 15 feet from the back here. Looking really good, babe. You got 20 feet from the back dock here. 25 feet from the boathouse on the starboard side. 15 feet from the dock here, 15 feet. 10 feet from the dock here, 10 feet. 5 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet. Perfect. Okay, 10 feet from boathouse on starboard side. I'll get a roving fender ready. No, you're good. Okay. 1 foot from, you're good, just keep going. Okay, you can swing. Ooh, that's close. You can swing. Go forward a little bit or you're gonna hit this dock, boathouse. Okay, you're good. 1 foot from the boathouse. 1 foot from the boathouse. Keep going. Forward if you can. You're 6 inches from the boathouse here. You're clear. Okay, you're clear to swing the bow if you can. Swing the stern. Stern is clear of everything. Stern is clear of everything. Okay, I've got one more boathouse actually to clear here, but you've got 3 feet from it. Fuck, that's a good turn, baby. Fuck, that's a good turn. Okay, you are clear of all boathouses. Okay, now it's just on the starboard side there. Watch out, Maggie, get in. Okay, I'm gonna be on starboard side. You got 6 feet from power boats or from boathouses starboard side. 6 feet starboard side. 10 feet starboard side. 10 feet starboard side. You're all clear back here, babe. I'll watch that power boat now. Metal power boat. Nice fucking turning. Holy crap. At one point I was like, 3 inches, 2 inches. Hi. Hey, how's it going? That was a tight turn. Whew. 20 feet starboard side. Whew. We did it. That was a friggin' tight turn. Loads of room over here. Loads of room on the backs. Everything's looking good, babe. You're right in the center. You've got 20 feet port side, 30 feet, 40 feet starboard. Hey. You got 15 feet till escape on the starboard side. 15 feet till escape on the starboard side. I'd say you're clear. Holy crap. I forgot how much I do not like coming out of Canoe Cove. Like, that is such a tight turn with no thrusters, but he did a friggin' amazing job. So he knows this boat now, and yeah, we can just pivot it. Okay, it's time to get the fenders up and head back to Brentwood Bay. If you enjoy following this adventure and want to be part of something a little bigger than just watching YouTube videos, check out our online crew. Members get an extra video every week, but more importantly, you're joining a community of people who love old boats, big ideas, and the stories that come with them. It helps us keep this journey going, and we'd love to have you on board.